What's up, YouTube? Johnny B, UpsideDownDrafting.com, Week 10 waivers. It's your boy. Here we go. Quick update for you, and I'm super proud of this, super excited about this. I guess I never really have a chance to toot the old horn, but I'm in 190th place right now, 190th out of about 700 people in the Scott Fish Bowl. I think there's something like 500 and some odd experts in the country, and as you look here, and the rest are a combination of fans, and then you got guys like me, right? So I'm no expert, but I'm excited to be in this thing. You look at this, and I see my name right here, Upside Down Drafting, Jonathan Bauman. I also have done some work with Fantasy Football Knuckleheads, so that's my tagline. But I'm looking here, right here, 189, Sigmund Bloom. I mean, this is somebody I've looked up to my entire life. I've been playing fantasy football since about the year 1999, roughly. And here's a guy who, if there is a Mount Rushmore, it's Sigmund Bloom. He's going to be one of the guys on that rock. He is a tremendous, tremendous fantasy podcaster, just insider, football fanatic, Sig Bloom, footballguys.com. I mean, I did this website because of Matt Waldman, who is like his best friend, and you got Joe Bryant and the football guys, and I guess what I'm trying to say in a nutshell here is my name's right next to Sig Bloom. This is too cool, man. You also have some other really neat guys that are on this list as well. So, for me, right now, I'm on a high. My record's not crazy good, but it's a point kind of grab league. And so I'm 5-4 in the division, but it's more of a point grab. And again, this is who I drafted as we look down, as I just do a quick update. Lost a couple guys like Dalvin Cook, but here it is, man. These are the guys I drafted right here in this league. And Kamara, we'll talk about in a second, who's really been the catalyst for me, not to mention Travis Kelce and Evan Ingram, with some crazy good receivers like this guy right here, who's, on a lot of waiver wire programs and shows, and it's just nice to know I got him in July, the rest of these cats. So Scott Fish going well, a lot of fun, and thanks for all your support on those who have been texting me and whatnot. It's a big deal, man. I mean, I'm a nobody, right? I'm on this YouTube channel. You guys are listening to me, but I just appreciate all the support. So, people laughed at me week 1 and week 2. I started tweeting Alvin Kamara could be the rookie of the year, and everybody said, no, it's Kareem Hunt. It's all Kansas City. You're out of your mind. Who is this guy, Johnny B, at UpsideDownDrafting.com? Well, who's laughing now? That's all I got to say. Kamara is absolutely destroying the critics, and I don't think there was a lot of critics. I should back that up. I mean, a lot of people knew he was good. The Saints, my God, they moved up in the draft to get him. What I'm saying is, more or less in fantasy football, people are scared of some of the rookies like this because they figured, you got Adrian Peterson, and then you got Ingram in front of him and all this stuff. But the thing is the Saints are the king of the sport, of the PPR. And with Drew Brees back there, Kamara has just been killing it, and just his overall ability and how they use him. Draft picks matter. Repeat, draft picks matter. Not only in the NFL, but if you play Dynasty, those picks, and this is what I did, I got him in my 201. If you saw the video I did, I got him at the 201, which I told everybody was the most critical draft pick of the entire season, and look where we are with him. And I told you, if you recall, kind of going back in time a little bit, we talked about Kamara here. We said week 1 to stash him. He emerged right around week 3 with some good stuff happening in week 2 for him as he started to develop the offense, learns the playbook and everything, and then boom, just goes crazy. But like I said, if you're still even watching this show, amen to you out there, because we've hit on some good guys, and how it works if you're a first-timer is usually I'll tell you who I like before they hit, okay? Tariq Cohen, we talked about him preseason, boom, hits week 1. We talked about Aguilar earlier in the season, Chris Thompson earlier in week 1 and week 2, Alex Collins, I think, last year I was telling you folks about him. So, and then Aaron Jones and a few other guys. People are worried about Jones because he just faced the Lions on Monday Night Football. Don't fret, just hang tough. That was a tough defense and some other things going on there. But this last week, not only the news of Josh Gordon, and I told you guys he would be somebody to look into, like everyone else. I'm not telling you anything new, but he was a guy I got to put here on the list. But Damian Williams, another guy that we mentioned. And then, of course, Chris Godwin, who, if you scroll down to my wide receiver section, I told you to make a trade for him early in the year, week 1, 2, 3, I was talking about him. But this week, you're tuning in. Enough of me, enough blabbing. I got Dion Lewis, number 1. I got Corey Clement, Philly. We talked about him a couple weeks ago. Williams, you're too late for Williams. That airplane has already landed. But guys that could, and I repeat, could still be on the radar for you out there as the Hightowers are starting to let these guys land the plane. Is Rod Smith very high on him? I understand there's some, news with Zeke Elliott and things like that. We talked about Rod Smith. I don't care. Put him on your bench. This is where you get in position. You are on the verge of the playoffs. Maybe it's a make or break for you. This is a guy that can turn it around. I have him over Alfred Morris for a specific reason because I think Dallas believes in him. Morris, I don't believe him anymore. I know I had him on the show earlier as somebody to go get, but now I'm switching the gears to Rod Smith, and I just think it's right now. You get him right now. This is the last show I'll put him on here because it's too late. He's too late. You got to get him, save him for the playoffs, okay? Wide receivers, we made a couple good calls last week, but here we go. I put get via Dino trade week 1. I left this guy up here for weeks now, 9 weeks, Chris Godwin. Well, now it's finally his time, so obviously you're saying Johnny B is impossible. I don't have that much depth of a bench. I'm playing redraft. You're killing me here. Doesn't matter. Godwin, he's somebody we talked about, and now he steps in for the suspended Mike Evans, and let's see how he does, right? I mean, the kid was my number 2 overall rookie wide receiver, along with some of the other guys I liked were Juju Schuster and a few other cats, but I really liked Godwin's talent, and I just think next year he's going to blow up. You're going to hear his name a lot. Now, I got Bryce Butler, and you're probably asking me, what the hell? You got Bryce Butler on there? I know Terrence Williams has been lighting it up. I don't care. I've always thought this kid has that not replaceable ability for a Des Bryant, but he can fit in and shoe in because he's been on the team for a while and he knows the offense, and Dak likes him too. He's one of those guys that could emerge in the weeks to come, so I want him in my bench. We already talked about Robbie Anderson a couple weeks ago, so he's a guy that's still going to be too popular. Not sure if you're going to even get him. Curtis Samuel, I'll throw him on there, just what's going on in Carolina. And then for the tight end situation, obviously it's too obvious at this point in juncture week 10. I don't have any secrets for it. It's Jared Cook, Vernon Davis, and then we told you to trade for Greg Olsen like 2 weeks ago. So have no secrets there. Team defense is the Lions. And that's all I got, man. Johnny B, Upside Down Drafting. I hope you guys are well. Thanks for tuning in the show. And I hope I've helped you somehow, some way. Send me an email, upsidedowndrafting@gmail.com. Find me at Twitter, at UDDWorks. And yes, it does, because at upsidedowndrafting.com, we have a lot of fun here. And I'm actually going to be going to go see a live game in a couple weeks, so I'm excited about that. But here's a little bit about me if this is your first time or whatever. Man, I love fantasy football. I talk about this all the time, but the best experts in the world are 67% correct. I'm trying to just get as close to that, if not 68. It's very difficult, and this is why we do. This is what I do when I'm not golfing, but most of the time I play golf. Family guy. This is kind of some of the stuff I've worked on. I've got some fun things to share. Wrote a couple books and finished in the Football Guys Challenge 2013, top 1%. And the coolest things I got going is definitely seeing pre-combine stuff with my uncle, and then obviously this Scott Fishbowl has kind of just made my day, my year, my legacy, possibly. I mean, shit, to get invited to something like this has just been so cool. Big ups to the fantasyknuckleheads.com. You got Kurt Turner over there doing some great stuff, and I'm a big Niner fan, so we now have Jimmy Garoppolo. Hey, awesome. That's my kid. She's growing up now. That's an old picture, but I don't know. Must have steak, filet mignon, carne asada tacos, and pizza alternate Wednesday nights of the week. Sure. I played a lot of basketball. In high school, just had my 20-year reunion. You can measure my vertical jump with a thin credit card size, but I hit the long ball, man. Chicks dig the long ball, and I got a 40-yard dash like Tom Brady. And then I got this cool green jacket. So I don't know, man. If you're still listening, kudos to you. Johnny V, getting ready for the holidays here, man. So my best to you and your family. But thanks for tuning in the show, guys. I'll see you on the next one for sure. And I just hope you're gonna make the playoffs. I know it. Just hang tough, man. We only have a few weeks left here, so you gotta make the playoffs. You can't lose more than 6 or 7 games mathematically. See where you're at. Send me an email. All right, see you on the show. Take care. Johnny B.